Got ourselves a game from Zesty and Den. Warriors of Chaos versus Kislev. Tower of Hoth. Neat little matchup. Dun dun. For the Warriors of Chaos, we have a Hell Cannon for a little bit of ranged pressure. Chaos Warriors, great weapons mixed in with armored Chaos Trolls, Marauders, and Forsaken. We have Archaon the Everchosen with just Burning Head and Searing Doom, and then we do have a Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle with Fleshy Abundance to heal up Archie. And one dog in the Vanguard. For the Kislevites, we have Kosovo Dervishes paired up with their Horse Archer brethren. Double light war sled, not heavy war sleds. Kislevite Warriors and Armored Kossars with great weapons. Armored Kossars regular. We do have a Streltsy. Looks like that's it. One Streltsy. One regular Kossar too. Ice Witch of Tempest with Hawks of Mishka. Oof, Biting Wind. That spell sucks, but okay. And Gust of True Flight. Hell Cannon's firing into the Armored Kossars. Gonna get a little poke damage on those guys as they advance. A couple of them have to catch back up. Kosovo Dervishes might be overextending a tad. Looks like they're gonna find their way out here. Run swiftly away towards the Hell Cannon, which does dismount its crew, taking a bit of charge damage, but Archaon and the Trolls are able to peel pretty easily, so these Kosovo Dervishes don't look like they're going to get too much else done, and we'll just retreat for now. Don't want to sacrifice too much for the cause. So where did the Chaos Dwarf crew end up? Ooh, they're running around. They're currently trying to attack the Dervishes. That seems like a misclick. But in comes the light war sleds piling straight through the Chaos Warriors, and then they'll retreat. Just a bit of skirmishing. Chaos Warhound's gonna find the Ice Witch of Tempest. She is on a horse, which means she is fast enough to get away from them if she needs to. Those Chaos Warriors getting beaten down by the bear sleds, trapped between them and Armored Kossars. Does not appear to be going well for them. Neither side has captured the point just yet. And the Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle is actually taking most of the damage, so now the Warriors of Chaos will have to spend Winds of Magic to heal him before anybody else. It's a bit of a nuisance for them, so good stuff from Kislev. And in comes a Burning Head plus a Searing Doom. Archaon using all that magic, so we know there won't be a heal from that guy for quite a while, as the Burning Head just kind of tickles some Kislevite Warriors and Armored Kossars. Even going to go into the Forsaken. But over here, we do have light war sleds. 2 out of 4 models have been beaten up very badly by the Chaos Trolls. Hell Cannon looks to be out of commission, though. Still, losing those war sleds can be a bit tough. How's the Ice Witch? She's fine. Eventually routed off the Chaos Warhounds. Looks like she used the Hawks of Mishka, because I thought I saw their debuff on him briefly. Snow Leopard Summon is trying to hunt down Archaon as he goes charging in for a bit of extra oomph. Another Searing Doom out onto the Streltsy, trying to stop them from turning and firing at Archaon, though they don't seem interested in doing that. As Archaon completely bodies the Ice Witch of Tempest, killing her so fast. Slayer of Kings is popped. She gets trapped in her own troops, can't keep running away, gets hit in the rear again, and she is dead as hell. Looks like she chucks out one last Hawks of Mishka cast. That is no friendly fire whatsoever. It can only affect the dogs. But still, I mean, she's gonna die. She's gonna die real quick. Where is she getting Guardian from? Anybody else see that? Snow Leopards have Guardian? Oh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, what's going on for the rest of the battle? Archaon's still full health. Chaos Trolls are still pretty healthy. Warriors of Chaos Infantry has suffered pretty mightily. They're all very, very low. Ice Witch's routing has not died just yet, as Streltsy and Armored Kossars are turning to shoot at Archaon a little bit while he duels with a Snow Leopard. Takes a big old shot to the face, down to about half HP. Snow Leopard summon fades away. Ice Witch is still routing. -3 leadership, so she might come back, but unknown. This light war sled still 2 models, though very, very little HP. This other one's at 3 models, significantly more HP. Hell Cannon was trying to get back online. They're down to 12 HP, not a ton. And there, the Ice Witch did actually manage to rally. Capture point is controlled by the Warriors of Chaos. Streltsy are under attack by the Armored Chaos Trolls, and Chaos has a pretty significant lead over the forces of Kislev at this juncture. Chaos Sorcerer Nurgle is also about to rout. Oh, and there's a full health Marauder that I didn't see till now. I'm guessing he was chasing something off into oblivion. He was just off my screen for a while. Regardless, Kislev's front line is trying to hold it down. Trying. They still have a bunch of horse archers running about wherever they are needed. Ooh, armored trolls have routed with a ton of HP. These horse archers need to come in and just harass these guys off the battlefield. Taking them out with that much HP would be huge, but you need to stay on their leadership. It looks like the horse archers are going to deal with that. And Chaos brought no cavalry outside of Archaon himself. So it's not like there's anything that can actually catch up to the horse archers and keep them at bay. So that is a really, really good pick that they're taking those armored Chaos trolls off. Light war sled still trying to cycle charge about, occasionally firing musket rounds. The Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle, who has not been able to cast very many fleshy abundances, if any at all. Archaon hogging all the winds of magic up till now. Another side shot from those light war sleds, and he's down to 800 HP. Not ideal for him. Light war sleds get one of the Forsaken to rout, then a rear charge takes out Marauders. Chaos Warriors and Grey Weapons getting dangerously close to routing. Does the side swipe from the light war sleds do much to them? No, not really. They're doing fine. These regular Cossars are trying to fire at the armored Chaos Trolls, but another Searing Doom is going to really diminish their firing power. Fire Blood keeps them in the fight, as it always does. For the Warriors of Chaos, they still maintain a slight balance of power lead, but a lot of stuff is routing. Ooh, the Ice Witch randomly shattered in the distance, but for the Warriors of Chaos, anything that is an infantry unit for them is currently routing. All they have left in the fight is this Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle, barely, Armored Chaos Trolls, and Archaon. Halberds rear charging the Armored Chaos Trolls to get rid of them as well. Once again, Kislev will want to make the play where as soon as those guys rout, you get some Cossified Dervishes going after them and harassing them off the map. The Light War Sleds are getting a couple shots onto the Sorcerer of Nurgle. Again, he's down to 600 HP. Roughly 150 less than we last saw him. Kislev's doing a good job. Good job running down all these extra people. Chaos Warriors are trying to come back down to 0 leadership. Armored Cossars getting to try and fire their pistols at the Ever-Chosen, but instead will focus on the Armored Chaos Trolls, who do start to retreat towards the forest. Looks like they just want to run up there and regenerate for a little bit. It's Conquest and it's a quick battle, so there's no attacking rules. This is just a quick battle, so they can do whatever. If he wants to run up in the trees and regen or cast Fleshy Abundance on his caster, that's pretty fine. Archaon's gonna get poked a bit. More pistol shots hitting him a little bit. Some Streltsy in the distance, 15 of them trying to fire their long rifles at Archaon. Here we go. The Fleshy Abundance caster is routed, and he did not manage to get a heal onto Archaon before he went. But the Dervishes are chased away by the Armored Chaos Trolls. Okay, he might be able to come back and cast a Fleshy Abundance onto Archie, who could really use it. Horse Archers returning from their soiree, chasing off the other Armored Chaos Trolls. The Light War Sleds look to be in a bit of a pickle as Archaon charges in. So do the Armored Chaos Trolls. They're taking a bit of damage, but Archaon, at every swing he does, should kill a model. Wow, I said that and he swung and he didn't kill a model. Now I feel like a fool. I feel like a fool and a chump. Shots follow Archaon and the Trolls up the hill, and they're going to run into the hills to regenerate. Now, capture point has not been taken by Kislev. There's going to be a bit of fuckery in the woods. So I will ×2 speed it. Because I reviewed this replay to see if it was worth casting. I watched it at ×4 speed, just to see what's up. And I saw this part, so I knew there'd be a fast forward coming. Archaon's just trying to chase the Horse Archers, who are trying to keep this Nurgle Sorcerer from returning. They get him down to 100 HP, but Archaon is going to hunt them down. Meanwhile, in the distance, Armored Cossars capture the point, and Kislev reforms ranks. They probably just want to fall back to the point, to be honest. But the Cossified Dervishes do what they need to, and they kill the Nurgle Sorcerer, stopping Archaon from ever getting any heals. Now, the victory points are still ticking up, but Kislev's going to retreat back to the point, ×4 speed, as the Trolls are healing as best they can. Archaon's chasing those horsemen, and Chaos has no interest in leaving the trees for now. So, see you on the other side. Alright, it is later, and the Trolls have heal capped pretty much. Archaon's come out of the trees as well, charges into the Light War Sleds, who are out of ammunition. Immediately pops Slayer of Kings, is going to slap through these guys. 800 HP between the three of them, and they tear out away. And then Archaon finds himself charging into the archers who are shooting at the Armored Chaos Trolls. Kisvite Warriors The brave men of Kislev with their halberds will fight back against these trolls, strongly poking at them, and like we said, they're pretty much heal capped, so there's really not too much else they can regenerate from here. Burning Head down the line triggers by our blood for these armored Kossars. The Kislevite warriors and other armored Kossars routing off. The Streltsy are trying to hold their position in fire, but it's not going great for them. Bounce power is slightly Warriors of Chaos favored. Chaos Trolls at 4,000 HP. Horse Archers with no ammunition going to get a rear charge in onto the Trolls. Archaon uses a big Searing Doom onto the armored Kossars. They're trying to dodge, so pretty good micro there from the Kislevite player. And that should be it. Trolls should be officially heal capped. Nope, still regenerating somehow. Now they're officially heal capped. There's no more healing for the Warriors of Chaos at all. Got it. Horse Archers get a rear charge in. They're just trying to abuse the Trolls' small leaderships, but a Crown of Dominion gives them ITP and plus leadership. That is very good for Trolls. Tickets are still ticking up for Kislev. Archaon's trying to send a Burning Head down the line. That should actually be a pretty good one, and this is terrible. Armored Kossars get terror routed while Buyer Blood is active. So that just means they're stuck terror routing until Buyer Blood wears off entirely. It's not really a bug, it's just like a known thing. That if you get the Unbreakable condition, it kind of freezes you in whatever you are in. So if you are terror routing, you'll stay terror routing until it wears off. Light War Swords are back, but with no ammo, there's not a whole lot they can do. Armored Kossars try and pull out their pistols, but Archaon just runs up and bodies these fools. That was a really cool charge animation. And then they shatter. So with the Trolls getting run down, Archaon's trying to bail them out since there is only support. Horse Archers get terror routed. Do you go Buyer Blood? No. Okay. And that's fine. At this point, I don't think the Trolls can come back. I think they're too low. So Kislev successfully took them out. And they still have the point. Archaon, being a single entity, has terrible capture weight. So I don't know if he can take it back. He's going to have to kill the Kislevites au naturel. I like this. Even the Kossars are just focusing down the Trolls because they kind of know they can't really deal with Archaon. Does anybody here still have Buyer Blood? No. Okay. Archie is back in. Slayer of Kings is popped for extra weapon strength as he tries to cleave through Kossars, who immediately terror out, and he instead piles into the Kislevite warriors. He's going to take a couple hundred HP for fighting on top of those halberds, but it was all a bait for a Searing Doom cast. Kossovite Dervishes dodge a little late, do take some of that damage, and then they rout away. More stuff is starting to shatter. Kislev is just trying to hold off the balance of power tipping against them. I mean, maybe if they can kill Archaon, that'd be great, but I strongly doubt it without more Kislevite warriors, but most of your Kislevite warriors are routing or feeling pretty poopy. Bounce power shifts against Kislev. The points are ticking up though. More terror routes coming in for the armored Kossars, who do actually turn into a natural route. And now we just have these Kislevite warriors fighting, but they terror route. Never mind, in the distance we have Horse Archers. Those are keeping Kislev in the game because right now everything else is routing that's not these Horse Archers. The bounce power tips closer to army losses, but the tickets continue to just tick up and up and up and up. Archaon's trying to run these guys down. I don't know what he can do about these guys. Those light war sleds in the distance should stop moving. They should just get their vigor back so they don't randomly route, because the only way you win this game is if you don't get army loss, so you really don't want more units to shatter. I hope those war sleds stop coming this way. Horse Archers charge into Archaon, get a little bit of damage on the charge then, honestly not too much. Kislev is still getting more points. 430 now. We're getting some guys back. Some even have ammo. Regular Kossars, the bow and arrow units, but more armored Kossars, more Kislevite warriors charge in. Another terror out onto the Horse Archers, who retreat towards their comrades, but unfortunately that will drag their comrades' leadership down. So it's, you unironically wanted them to run away from your comrades. More armored Kossars and halberds all piling onto Archaon, going with the strength and number strategy. If all three of us attack him at once, he won't isolate any of us and won't do that much damage, but the Kislevite warriors shatter first. Unfortunately, those were the halberds who desperately wanted to stay alive. Archaon's down to 1,000 HP, though. He's taking so much damage in the armored Kossars. Balance of power is going back towards the middle, so the army losses strategy is getting further and further away, and we have 474 tickets still ticking up. Archaon is really trying to put this game on his back. He terror routes away the Kossars, still with the terror routes, and the light war sleds did eventually shatter, so there's no extra troops off in the distance that Kislev can rely on just to keep this in the game. He now is surrounded by units. The Horse Archers can't terror up, but they can naturally route. Now these other guys are starting to terror out. We're at 492, 493. and everybody's terror routing, but the Kossars are back. One leadership to keep these Kossars in it. These armored Kossars are going to terror out any second now, because it looks like the terror resistance from their earlier soiree into terror is gone. But the Kossars randomly shatter. 497. Everybody is terror routing, and Archaon wins at 497 tickets. Kislev just couldn't hold their leadership together long enough to let those victory points tick up. Well played to Den and Zesty. It was a very close scrap. And those horse archers got a lot of value. So did light war sleds. Zesty, Archaon 3,625. Ard carried this game as nothing else really got that great of value. I guess that, ooh, the trolls did. Trolls and one Chaos Warrior. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.